Hey everybody! I'm here today to hopefully not lose my breath, but I am here today to show you and tell you about a simple driving lesson for beginners that involves some tips for driving on main roads safely. So specifically, I will be showing you and telling you how to drive safely on main roads, and these will be beginner driving tips. Once again, the topic of this video is me showing you and telling you how to drive safely on main roads, and these will be beginner driving tips. So driving tips for absolute beginners. Let's get into this. I'm going to give you 5 beginner driving tips. We're going to get into this right now. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Number 1 is to pick the correct lane, okay? You need to drive in the correct lane. On a main road, I'm assuming that there's going to be at least 2 lanes. Most of the time on main roads, there are 2 lanes or more. Now, essentially, you got to pick the correct lane. Now, some people will say the left lane is for passing, the right lane is for, driving, but on main roads, most people don't really follow those rules. That's more for highway driving. On main roads, you just got to drive in a lane, but you got to drive in the right lane that will accommodate what you want to do. Meaning, if I'm going to be making a left turn in the near future, I should be in the left lane. If I'm going to be making a right turn in the near future, I should be in the right lane. So pick the correct lane, so you won't have to switch lanes at the last minute, because that is unsafe. So if you want to stay safe on a main road, pick the correct lane. Number 2, go with the flow of traffic. You want to make sure that you go with the flow of traffic for number 2. Just because if you the flow of traffic is the flow for a reason, right? A lot of people will say, oh, the flow of traffic is too slow. Well, there's a reason why it's so slow. Maybe there's too many cars. Maybe there's too much traffic. Maybe there's congestion up ahead. And if you're trying to beat the flow of traffic and go around everybody and zip in and out of lanes, then guess what? You're probably going to get into an accident. You're probably going to get a ticket. You're probably going to get into a near accident very soon. So go with the flow of traffic. Don't try and outspeed the flow of traffic. Now, it's different if there's 1 or 2 cars that are driving way too slow and holding everybody back. That's a different story when they're driving. If the speed limit is 50 and there's just 2 cars going 20 at the front, holding up the whole line of traffic, of course, that's a different story. But if the majority of the flow of traffic is going a certain speed, go with that flow of traffic, okay? Number 3, look ahead on the road. I'm trying to read my own writing. It looked like I said power ahead, like power ahead. And I'm like, why would I write that? You're not trying to tell you to drive fast. It says look ahead on the road for number 3. You want to make sure you look ahead on the road for number 3. Look further ahead. Very simple. Just because it's going to give you an advance notice about what's going on. So if there's a car that's braking that is like 15 cars ahead of you, then you're going to have to probably brake soon, so you can be prepared for that. That's how you are safe, right? If there's a car slowing down, if there's a car swerving, if there's everyone switching lanes, then you're going to be prepared. Now, obviously, if you're in a smaller vehicle, it's going to be hard to look further ahead, but you still want to try to look ahead as much as you can. If you're in a taller vehicle, you can probably see over the others. That's a little bit different, but you want to look as far ahead as you can comfortably look. That makes sense, basically, as far ahead as it makes sense. You don't want to look 500 cars ahead, but look far enough ahead that of a distance that would make sense to you. Okay. Number 4 is to watch the traffic lights. You want to make sure you watch the traffic lights as number 4, because they're going to tell you what is happening. So meaning, if there's a traffic light that's telling you that it will be yellow soon and it will turn red soon, then you want to be prepared to come to a stop. Don't try and speed up to beat the light. Be prepared to come to a stop, right? If there's a traffic light that's telling you, flashing and saying like curve ahead or slippery when snowy, whatever the case is, you want to watch the traffic lights and the warning signs and use those to your advantage. They will help you be safe. Traffic lights are there for a reason. You might not like them because they slow you down, but they're there for a reason. They've been planned out and they're there for a specific reason, to keep everybody safe and to keep traffic moving, okay? Last but not least, number 5, with regards to driving safely on a main road or on main roads, number 5 is to always check your blind spot. You want to make sure you always check your blind spot as number 5, because I'm telling you, main roads, here's what happens, right? People are driving and there's like no one beside them. Let's say it's not a traffic hour, there's no one there. And they're like, oh, there's been no one here for the last 3 minutes. I'm just going to switch lanes without checking my blind spot. Meanwhile, some person turned from a side street and was driving in their blind spot. Boom, accident, just like that. I cannot tell you the number of times in which people have started switching lanes and I have to hold my horn down so that they don't hit me because they didn't check their blind spot. Also, as a driver, you want to try and avoid driving in their blind spot for too long. And I always try and avoid it. I'll move forward a bit so they can see me and move back, but inevitably at some point someone tries to switch lanes without checking the blind spot. Always check your blind spot. I don't care if you think you're the only car on the road. Always check your blind spot. It will keep you and everyone else around you safe as well. Oh man, I ran out of water. Ooh, I need some water. I'm super dehydrated. This is the 17th video that I filmed in a row, and I already drank this entire bottle of water, and obviously I need some more. Anyways, yeah, that's those are the 5 tips for driving safely on main roads. Hopefully you enjoyed them. If you like this video, tutorial, explanation video, driving video, whatever you want to call this type of video, if you liked it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.